R.I.P. MK Ultra, you know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of things, you know.
I just thought of something really funny.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you catch a unique rabbit?
Oh my gosh, guys, we are out of time. We'll see you next episode, okay?
So, like, what were you saying?
You catch a unique rabbit. You.
I'm not good at doing that.
You catch the unique rabbit.
Duh.
So, like, what were you saying?
You sneak up on it.
Sneak up on it.
So, welcome back to part 2. We had to cut off real quick last time because we ran out of time, to be honest with you. So, we're going to jump right back in, of course, but just wanted to make sure y'all knew we're glad you're here with us. So, y'all, let's go.
Watch this clip.
Welcome to Hawkins, Indiana. A wonderful place to grow up, to raise your family, to walk your dog. But then, on July 4th, everything changed. A terrible tragedy struck this small town. But this was not this small town's first brush with tragedy. Mysterious deaths, government cover-ups, a bizarre chemical leak. Is it all linked? All a vast conspiracy? The fault of a disgraced corrupt mayor? Or is something more going on in the heartland? Can a town itself be cursed? Some believe a rise in Satanism is to blame. To find out, tune in tonight at 8 p.m. for Horror in the Heartland on Cutting Edge.
So before Stranger Things was Stranger Things, its working title was actually Montauk. And it's based on the legends of Camp Hero in Long Island, where people claim the government continued MK Ultra style experiments. So we have a video.
Nice.
I swear to God, man, it's just some little lizard, okay?
It's not a lizard.
How do you know?
How do I know if it's not a lizard?
Yeah, how do you know if it's not just a lizard?
Because his face opened up and he ate my cat.
Alright, listen, kid, I swear, if this is some sort of Halloween prank, you're dead.
It's not.
Alright?
It's not a prank. Get out of my face. I'll stay up here in case he tries to escape.
He's like, I ain't going down there.
So there's actually a big scare that happened that people call the Montauk Monster.
Ooh.
Where people found this crazy looking animal carcass. And I have a picture of it.
Yeah, there's a
Oh, yeah.
What is
Look
that?
at that. Isn't it so pretty?
Like an eagle mouth.
On that thing.
Yeah, why does it have a beak and a tail and fingers? It's weird.
that is gross.
It looks
Yeah.
like a griffin without.
Yes,
It does look like a
literally
griffin.
does.
It looks like it has horns.
It kind of
Okay.
does.
You know
It
what?
has
It looks like the
ears.
thing off of Ghostbusters.
Oh
Those
my
dogs
gosh,
from
yes, the demigod.
Yes!
You remember?
Yeah. Zoo.
Does.
Yes.
Oh yeah, like
yes.
the gargoyle thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're trying to prepare us.
Yes.
I'm the key
Who are we
master.
gonna call?
Oh my gosh.
I remember when this came out in the news. I remember that.
2008.
Because, yeah, ain't it crazy?
5 years old.
Wow.
That hurt.
I was 1 year old.
Yeah, I was 20. So anyway, I remember when this came out though, and I do remember kind of paying attention to this story a good bit because they were trying to say it was a dog. I think we were talking about earlier a
raccoon.
Rottweiler.
Some people said a sea turtle without its shell.
Oh yeah, totally a sea turtle all day. Yeah.
Guys,
That thing's furry.
I don't think that's a sea
that's
turtle.
Turtles have beaks.
Yeah.
Fish.
Yeah.
That
But
thing,
that
Not
thing has
like
teeth.
that. Like
That
that.
thing has
That
teeth.
has teeth.
It has a beak and teeth. That's
Right.
weird.
it looks like it's got fur from here.
It does have a little bit
Little
of
patches,
fur on its ear.
Yeah.
Little
What's on
patches.
its butt there? Like, is that
so
fur coming
gross.
back though? It looks like fur from
that's
here.
not fur.
It's like a sunburn.
It's like skin
Oh,
that was like
little guy
burned.
got some
Like
bullet.
Freddy
He
Krueger
got a
skin.
little sunburnt, yeah. So
I wonder what it tastes like.
some believe.
my God.
Okay, stop. We're gonna keep going.
tastes
Okay,
like
stop talking. Don't say that. So some people believed it was a dog, others a sea turtle. Some believed it was a mutant animal from a lab.
We got to fill in for Pastor because I know he would go in that
No.
direction.
But before the carcass could be properly identified, it mysteriously vanished from its spot.
You know
Really?
some redneck found it and
Yeah.
like, ooh,
So that sent the public into
I got
even
my girl.
put it on real.
Well, anyway.
So that sent the public into even more of a frenzy, kind of like what we saw in that clip. And from looking at the picture, scientists speculate it was probably a raccoon that had severe deterioration from water. But y'all,
That's a big butt
Yeah,
raccoon.
that is not
raccoons
a
do
raccoon.
not have beaks.
That is not
And
a raccoon.
legs.
They say
like
they
that.
say that that's what the skull of a raccoon looks like, but that looks different than the skull of a raccoon. That is a bird face.
Oh,
So,
gross.
so Montauk not only did MK Ultra experiments, but it added things like trying to achieve time travel and contact with other dimensions,
Yep.
which is a little bit of what we talked about last time. Just
That's
saying.
That's right.
But that's just the Montauk monster for y'all.
We don't want to talk about that.
I
though.
think that's where Stranger Things got the Dimma dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where they came from. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All of the projects and operations that the CIA and I didn't even know there was a DIA either. That's the Defense Intelligence
Yeah.
Agency. I had no idea there was
I
a
didn't know
DIA.
there was either.
Yeah, until studying for this stuff. But apparently there is. But all those guys have all had all these weird projects and operations going on for like years beneath the surface.
Yeah.
While we're all like, going to Walmart or whatever it is that, normal people do. I'm not normal, so I don't know. But whatever it is, they've had all these subterranean projects going on where they're doing like really weird, freaky junk.
It makes you think, like, now with the technology and everything
what
that
are they
is
doing
advanced,
now?
what is
What are
going
they
on
doing
right
now?
While I'm at
If we
Walmart,
can clone people.
Yes.
What is
What
happening?
in the world is happening?
That's right.
They never stop. Like, you think they
No.
stop? They never stop.
No.
oh yeah, we got rid of these experiments.
I mean, if y'all really want to get into this, we can get into it.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say some of the stuff that, like, I've read some of the stuff. Like, I've studied a little bit here and there, and I've been reading on the Epstein file stuff, which, if you haven't been, it's creepily scary. Somebody's getting a phone call. It better be Jesus. You know what I'm
It's the
saying?
CIA.
We gotta go. But no, if you really want to get into it though, like there's some stuff that they say in there that is kind of creepy and kind of scary to think of that what humans actually are consuming and eating and all that kind of stuff too. But
Y'all don't eat McDonald's no more.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
I even
That's
have
probably what you're eating.
I even have
Oh
a
my
relative-
gosh.
It was grinded up. That's chicken nugget. Anyway,
Oh my God.
you ever found them chicken nuggets that got beaks?
No. What is that thing they come out with every year, like once a year?
The McRib.
That is the McRib.
McRib.
Yes.
Oh, McDonald's.
The Filet-O-Fish.
So I did want to touch a little bit on Project Stargate because we kind of talked a little bit about it. And it's related to what we're talking about. And it's also some of the source material that Stranger Things got,
Right.
some of the stuff for. So Project Stargate was a U.S. government program from the 1970s until 1995 when they supposedly shut down that investigated anomalous mental phenomena, especially remote viewing for intelligence purposes. So they would basically want, to see if people could see what's behind the door, what's behind the car. Okay, what's over in the house next door. Okay, what's in the town next to this town? What's in the next state? What's over in Russia? Eventually, that's what they were pushing for. And
Which is literally 11's
Yeah.
main superpower.
yeah, and they actually had some success. They didn't have, it wasn't a complete success where they could replicate it every time, but there was enough that the thing lasted from the 70s until 1975 when they officially shut down.
Yeah.
But so that's like 25 years that they were doing this stuff. So I can guarantee you if they weren't getting anything, they would have shut down really quick. It was ran at different times by the CIA, the DIA, and the U.S. Army. So the Army had something to do with it too, guys. They were basically finding and creating psychic spies. That was their whole point. However, in the middle of all that stuff, and those experiments, they begin to encounter people that might not have psychic ability to know what you're thinking or to know what's behind the car, what's behind the door. But these people could manipulate reality, the physical reality a little bit. Like they would notice certain readings would rise up on their little computer screens whenever they were, experiment with these people. And there was one guy who was actually famous. And I didn't include him in my notes, but he's a pretty famous dude. And he mysteriously died just like the other guy. He went to really quick, he went to a restaurant to meet with some of his handlers. And when he got home, he called his wife and he's like, I don't feel good. And then the next day they found him dead in a hotel room. Wow. And here's what's really crazy. He was in Las Vegas. He went, they took him to the morgue, and before his family could show up, this strange dude in black, this man in black showed up, got the body, and they cremated it. Before his family even showed up, they cremated it, and the only thing his wife got was some ashes. Wow. She never said she wanted cremation. Yeah. But because he was involved in this government program, that's what they done. But anyway, so what he could do, though, while he was super famous in these circles, is they had this super powerful magnetron. And it had this gauge on it. And what it was for was to try to detect nuclear explosions around the world. Because they were wanting, this is all about against Russia and stuff. So they were wanting to see is Russia testing nuclear bombs. So they had this little needle on this super magnetic thing. And if a bomb went off, it would move. So they're like, okay. And it was encased in concrete, buried in the ground, and then encased in steel. They were like, but they had the equipment to register it. So they told him, we want you to move this needle. He's like, okay. And the needle started twitching. And they were like, and here's what's crazy. This thing was like real deal. This wasn't a test thing. So as soon as the needle started moving, the entire U.S. government's freaking out. Like, oh my gosh, they're doing bombs and stuff. So they actually got in trouble for telling him to move the needle because it was that serious. Wow. So that's Project Stargate. So a rough timeline, and I want you guys to see the pattern here. There's a slight pattern. Some of it involved conjecture, but still, decide for yourself. Operation Paperclip, which is the one we kind of started with, it began in 1945, right after the Second World War, and that's when we got all these Nazi dudes and these weirdos that worship Satan and, had swastikas. That lasted until 1959, supposedly. During the middle of Operation Paperclip, MK Ultra began, which is around 1953. So you have some overlap with Paperclip and MK Ultra. And it supposedly was shut down in 1973. Well, towards the end of MK Ultra, MK Ultra supposedly ended in 1973. Well, right around like 71, 72, this is when Operation Stargate began, and it continued until 1995 when it supposedly shut down. So, like Sister Mackenzie says, Sister Mac over there.
Mackenzie.
I was like, Mackenzie.
We are one now.
Mackenzie, no. But what are they doing now?
Yeah.
That's a continued secret experiment.
And
with different branches.
Terrifying.
Yes.
Because everything that we have already talked about is huge.
Yes.
So now, 40 years in the future,
what are they doing now?
What are they doing now?
What scares me the most? The huge stuff that we talk about. What about the little stuff that we don't know about? Yeah. That's the stuff that scares me.
Or the bigger stuff that we don't know about.
Yeah.
If we know about this, they're doing some messed up junk.
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm.
I just there's a lot of conspiracies out there, so yeah, we'll just keep on kind of trucking right now. So,
So MK Ultra ends in 1973. Richard Helms, the CIA director, orders all the files destroyed. Gottlieb retreats to an echo farm to milk goats.
Yeah, genuinely. Genuinely, he did that, y'all.
I watched the actual video of him, like they did an interview, and he's literally out there like,
living his best life.
Yeah.
Guiding little goats around and stuff.
Torturing thousands.
Yes, after torturing thousands.
And it's funny, those goats. Yeah.
Those poor little goats. Yeah, and it was goats.
Yeah.
The public thinks the nightmare is over. But conspiracy researchers. They're getting
to it.
Yes. It's kicking in.
You need to get the aluminum foil hat.
The conspiracy researchers point to one man who was just
I didn't even know what
starting
he was
his
trying to
his
say. I was like,
Rethird points to one man who was starting his climb in military intelligence. This is the guy.
Lord.
This guy's name, we touched on him in the last episode, Michael Aquino. In 1980, Aquino co-authored a paper called Mind War. It wasn't just about propaganda, it was about psychoenergetics and the total subversion of an enemy's mind through psychological conditions. While Gottlieb was obsessed with LSD and physical torture, Aquino was a specialist in PSYOPs, which is psychological operations.
Golly.
The theory, and this is just a theory, is that Aquino took the messy lessons learned from Gottlieb's brutal experiments and refined them into something more stealthy. By moving away from just drugs and moving towards frequency, high-level suggestion, and what he called black magic techniques used for military gain. Aquino argued that you don't need to torture a person if you can control their information environment.
Dear Lord.
So this dude is definitely a Fruit Loop weirdo.
Yeah. He definitely is a weirdo.
My nickname for him is Eyebrows McGee.
Yeah.
And you will see.
Y'all have never seen him, right?
We have a
Oh,
we
y'all
have a
haven't
clip.
seen him? Y'all ready for this?
no.
This is beautiful.
This is
Eyebrows
Michael
McGee.
Aquino. In addition to being a fashion icon, Aquino founded the Temple of Set. Yes, Set, the Egyptian deity who hacked Osiris to pieces. What would inspire Aquino to worship a figure like this? You've probably heard of Anton LaVey and the Church of Satan. See, Aquino was a card-carrying member of LaVey's religion, but still felt a Satan-sized hole in his heart. Aquino wasn't an atheist. He was a true
Eyebrows
believer.
McGee.
He performed a ritual to conjure the Dark One, and Set showed up. During their little chit-chat, Set said that he was the one Aquino was really seeking.
A Spock's little
Aquino,
brother.
a theistic Satanist, broke from
Little
LaVey
drop
to found his own church, dedicated to the worship of Set/Satan. As you'd probably guess,
Look at
Aquino
him.
was a down-to-earth,
The mayor
well-adjusted guy. Here's a clip of him doing a little show and tell, and talking about his totally normal hobbies.
On this altar
Y'all check this out.
is one of a number of daggers which we may use in our rituals.
I call this one.
This
Watch
one
it,
happens to belong to the commanding general of the most elite unit of Germany's infamous SS.
Huh?
which was
Really?
concerned with black magic and occultism research in
Nazis
general.
again?
Anything that it could find that had to do with the origins of the human race,
Heinrich
destiny of humanity.
The perverted view of the occult held by Heinrich Himmler was of an evil magic that could help create a new master race. Wewelsburg Castle is where he performed his ceremonies.
What, you might be wondering, did a guy like Aquino do for a living? Did he work at a comic book shop? Was
That
he an
castle
organizer
is
for his
weird
local
as shit, too.
Renaissance fair? As a matter of fact, Michael Aquino was an officer in the United States Army. He was a lieutenant colonel who worked in military
A
intelligence
colonel
and
in
led
the
work
Army.
in psychological operations.
Yeah, look, back to normal.
Eyebrows McGee. All right. So Michael A. Aquino Jr., that's his full Christian name, but he's not a Christian. Yeah. Was an American political scientist, military officer, and Satanist.
Gosh.
And he was even deeper than Satanist.
Oh, yeah.
Grow up to be whatever you want, I guess.
Yeah. And look, y'all. He served with the Green Berets. He was a Green Beret. That's like
That's
the elite
crazy.
of the Army.
Yeah.
And you guys remember we said the Army was involved with all this stuff too. Let's not forget that. Don't send the black man. And then in the 1970s and early 1980s, he was a part-time NATO liaison officer in several European countries. While off duty on one of these tours, he visited Webersburg
I've literally been there.
Castle. You've been there?
Yes.
That's the one that has the pit that's buried in the bottom, right? That's
Yeah.
locked up. I know a lot about that.
What did you do to me, Mom and Dad? I don't want
That is weird.
What?
That is weird.
now they're really gonna come after us.
So as a little side rabbit trail, that castle is renowned even in Nazi history, but it's renowned in our history, and it goes way farther back than just the Nazis. But apparently, a long, long time ago, like in maybe the 1500s, this king, I can't remember his name, but he had this part of his realm. There was these villages, and over in like one little corner of the village was this huge pit. And apparently things would come out of this pit at night and like ravage the villagers to the point that the king recognized, oh dang, there's something's happening. These are my subjects, regardless of what kind of king I am, that's my tax money right there. So, they built this castle around the pit. But and they fortified it. But here's what's crazy. Instead of like most castles are fortified outwards to keep stuff from getting in, this one was fortified inwards to keep stuff from getting out. And so they built the castle around, and then that pit, they built this huge structure and just covered it and filled it up with rocks and more structure and rocks and more structure. Well, and they like sealed it off. Heinrich Himmler learned about this, and of course, him being the jerk face he is, he went to that castle, and guess what? He wanted to dig the junk up. That's what he wanted to do.
Break it all out.
Yeah. So that's just a little, and some say he was successful, some say not. But that's just a little.
She's just so freaked out right now.
Here's what's great. All of this is proven.
Every bit of it is. Yeah.
All of this is actual factual stuff. It sounds crazy, but we live in a strange world.
No, she's looking it up to make sure she's thinking of the right place.
I was about to say, did you like take selfies with it?
I bet my parents have pictures, but
fact and real life is stranger than fiction a lot of times. And that castle was used by the SS and Heinrich Himmler, and they performed satanic rituals there again to try to open that stuff up.
Yeah.
Now Aquino did too. Yes. Aquino did too. That's right.
Yeah, he followed in the footsteps.
The same place that the Black Sun is from our last episode. You guys remember the Black Sun with the SS rays all over
Hydra.
The Hell Hydra.
Yeah, that was on the
video.
wall in that castle.
Yeah. After he left the Church of Satan, so he was a member of the Church of Satan, which was ran by Anton LaVey. Because he believed, he left it because he believed that they weren't following Satan's true will. So if you know anything about the Church of Satan and Anton LaVey, they basically claim to be atheists.
Yeah.
Like they don't believe in Christianity, but they also they think of Satan as just the ultimate rebel, but they don't really, according to them, they don't worship Satan. Yeah. But you have cats that are actually Luciferians that do. They're called theistic Satanists.
But ain't it funny? They all know that he's there.
Yeah, they know. Anton LaVey claimed to be an atheist, but that dude did some weird junk. Yeah. I mean, what's the point of doing super weird junk? If you don't believe.
Exactly.
Michael Aquino left because they weren't weird enough for him. Imagine that.
How?
Yeah. So he started a ritual in which he asked Satan for advice on what he should do. Well, Aquino claimed that in 1975, the Egyptian deity Set revealed through automatic writing.
Which, okay, just so everybody knows, me and Chloe were talking about this the other day. Mm-hmm. Automatic writing is when you grab a pen and you just start
writing,
and you don't pay attention to what you're doing. And it writes it out for you.
Yeah,
like
and you believe that.
Possessed.
Yes. Yeah, you're being possessed. Your hand is being possessed, and there's actually a famous book that's supposedly written by automatic writing by a Catholic monk.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact.
Catholic. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yes. That's right.
The white Pope.
The Pope Mobile.
Sorry.
All right.
Now there's a prison underneath the Vatican. You know that, right?
There's a lot of stuff underneath the Vatican.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm jumping way off track today.
That's another rabbit hole there. We got to get a little bigger before we talk about that rabbit hole.
We need a little bit more protection.
A little bit more protection. All right. So this deity, Egyptian deity Set, which by the way is a snake god in Egyptian mythology. Apparently, according to Aquino, revealed through this automatic writing, recorded in the book of Coming Forth by Night. That was the name of the book that Aquino's hand wrote under the possession of this Egyptian snake god that he was the true Satan. Set is the Egyptian god of war, chaos, and storms. Look at the man.
But he looks very creepy.
He playing dress up. Look at that guy.
Beauty contest he won.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that it's Set, and which is one of the Egyptian gods, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Which
we all know, demons and everything else, but it's just funny to me because Moses dealt with Set. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All of them got dealt with before. So anyway, it's just funny. And it's also funny that it's a lizard or a snake.
Snake. Set was the arch nemesis of Osiris.
That's
right. And it was his brother too, by the way. There's some weird stuff.
Yeah.
So just to show you how deep in it this man was, here's a satanic manifesto he wrote while in battle. This is according to Michael Aquino here. I had taken with me a copy of John Milton's epic Paradise Lost, which I consider then, as now, one of the most exalted statements of Satanism ever written. Satan is its true hero. Its Christian moralisms are so pale and watery in comparison that I am surprised, and its author were not summarily burned upon its appearance in Corwellian England. Man, I'm having issues reading. I'm so sorry.
I'm baffled because Paradise Lost is a book that we were forced to read in middle school.
Really?
Yes, we were forced to read
You
this
had
book
to
in
read
middle
that?
school. Yeah.
That is weird.
That is insane.
I read it in different circumstances.
I had to do a book review on this thing. Wow. Anyway.
That it not only survived Puritan censorship, but was actually lauded as a compliment to Christianity is yet another of those titanic ironies which have accompanied the Prince of Darkness on his torturous journey across the eras of human civilization, unquote. That was, so basically what Michael Aquino was saying there is that Paradise Lost is one of his favorite books because it makes Satan the hero, and it's ironic that it's presented as a Christian story.
Moralisms.
Yeah, and if you've ever read Paradise Lost, you understand like that song by the Rolling Stones, "Sympathy for the Devil," is sort of it explains what Paradise Lost is really all about. It tells Satan's fall from Satan's perspective. Like, man, he was just trying to help people out.
That's all he was.
He just want to show people the right way.
He was
Prometheus bringing fire.
Have y'all watched that video?
He's just misunderstood.
Yes,
I can't think
misunderstood.
of what the website is called, but it's like.
Time out. Did you hear what Mackenzie just said?
I can change him.
Teenagers, listen.
But it's a video.
I am not a teenager.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying teenagers.
It's a video of 5 Christians against 5 Satanists.
Yeah.
And all the Satanist perspective is that Satan was just misunderstood, and that he's actually the good guy, and we just don't get to hear his story.
Yes. And if I remember correctly,
I'm sorry, what?
In that same video, if I remember correctly, they were actually persuading some of these Christians over because they were like, "Yeah, I can understand that.
Also,
I can see that."
Also,
and I was like, "Hold up now."
I see it too with Viva La Vida. Coldplay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But one of the guys that was a Christian in it, I can't think of his name right now, but he's like famous after it too. But he said that the people that made the video actually cut out a lot of what the Christians said and tried to make it seem more like the Satanists were winning.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's weird. That's supposed to be an unbiased site. And yet they...
So something I did want to mention about Eyebrows McGee was that he actually got in trouble. He never got officially... he got investigated but never really charged because
oh dear Lord,
I'm not gonna get super deep into it.
Yeah, please don't.
But
this gets dark.
In the area that he ran some of these facilities, there was a child care place, because it's military. Yeah. So charges were considered being brought up against him, but they could never find enough evidence that there was actually some abuse going on with these children and him, and there was like 50 other soldiers involved in the stuff. So, in fact, if you guys really want, you can go and find an interview that old Geraldo Rivera did back in like the 80s on this, because it actually made headline news back then, because this dude was a colonel of the Army.
U.S. military.
Yeah. So you can find, and again, he, on even the show, he proudly proclaimed, "Yes, I love Satan. I'm the devil," all that good stuff. But I'm innocent. I didn't do anything bad. But hell, Satan. That was his perspective, and for whatever reason, the charges disappeared. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Because
but
the people in charge are agreeing.
That's exactly right. So I did want to point that out.
It's kind of like some of the stuff that's going on nowadays. We'll just leave it at that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, and the biblical truth to all this, there's a reason that
I
feels
love biblical truth.
so inherently wrong to us. It's because these projects are a direct assault on biblical truths, especially the ones in Genesis. We're told that mankind is made in the image.
Amen.
The image of God.
The image.
That means your mind, your consciousness, and your free will aren't just biological accidents for a government to hack. They are divine property.
Right.
Come on. Yeah.
Amen.
Chirpy chirps. But
Old people.
we're going to tweet it. We're tweeting it. I know it's applause, but quiet. Yeah.
It is not applause.
Clock it.
Well, what's that?
Clock it.
Oh, ugh. I don't want to ever do that again then.
I kind of like applause.
I like the applause.
Quiet applause.
We're applauding for you. Yeah. But I do want to say this too. A lot of people hate on Nazis and all that good stuff, which I do too.
Punching Nazis in the face.
Hate on Nazis, as they should.
But I do want to say something like, ain't it funny how the enemy always takes something that's supposed to be good and turns it?
Yeah.
He always tries to twist it, because if you actually study what the swastika actually means, it actually means unity, love. That's what it's supposed to represent. But now, because of what's happened, the swastika does not mean that whatsoever.
Right.
It's the exact opposite now.
It's just like the rainbow.
The greatest division.
Listen, and Chloe just hit it too.
The rainbow. Right?
Exactly. The enemy tries to take something good and turn it to evil.
Prison Mike is like, I'm done.
He's just over with it all the
Y'all gotta
time.
get me out of here.
And my mouse just died too. The whole thing comes down to the fact that God made something beautiful when He made each and every person, and the enemy is trying to twist it and manipulate it. And they even dove into something, and I know we didn't really hit it hard. I wish I could remember where it was, but one of the first things that it was the Aquino argued that you don't need to torture a person if you control their information environment.
Yep.
If I can change the culture of the day, if I can change
that's
what
where
you
we're at
hear,
now.
Right.
Every
I
5
can change
minutes.
what you focus on.
Yep.
Exactly.
Well, talking about how he twists things, I think it just shows you how important and strong our mind is for the enemy to really want to focus on our mind, especially with the military and all that. I think it just shows it matters what we think about and what we focus on.
The biggest battle we have in our life is between our ears.
That's a great
I love my favorite message titles is The War Between Your Ears.
Yeah.
And that dude's book is literally called Mind War.
Yeah. Mind War.
Wow.
It's funny. And then in Stranger Things, you have the Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
Mic drop. Yeah. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Tweets.
They're gonna start doing this in their podcast now. And it's gonna be
Chirps.
we're gonna do it at the worst times.
Let's chirp, guys. Let's chirp.
I do have some verses that I did want to
Good.
because we always like to bring it back to the Bible.
Yes,
So this is 2 verses really popped out at me concerning all this stuff, and it's this. Actually, 3 verses. Matthew, yeah, they're short though. Calm down.
I'm kidding.
Matthew 18:6 says this: "But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him if a millstone were hung around his neck and he were drowned in the depth of the sea."
Wow.
All right. The second one is this: Proverbs 6:16 through 19. "These are 6 things the Lord hates. Yes, 7 are an abomination to him: a proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood,
Come on.
a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that are swift to running to evil, a false witness who speaks lies, and one who sows discord among brethren. I would say that all this stuff and the last episode and the ones we've been looking at fit in the line with
These
all that right there. Yeah. Those 7 abominations of God, especially the hands that shed innocent blood. And then the last verse is Psalms 127:3. Behold, children are a heritage for the Lord. The fruit of the womb is a reward. So, unfortunately, the people that run these programs don't see children as a heritage of God or as a reward. And the majority of them, and then the people that are in charge of those people, they realize that. And that's why they involve children, because children are a direct reflection of God.
Right.
That's right.
So if you want to distort the image of God, it's easy to distort the image of God through me, because I'm, a reformed whatever. But an innocent child,
Right.
Brand new.
that's more powerful in the kingdom of darkness than getting old Charlie to turn back to wickedness. You know what I mean? So I just want to end with that right
That's
there.
why he's after the youth.
You said
That's
one
right.
earlier that kind of hit with it too, the Romans 12:2.
Mm-hmm.
Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the
Amen.
renewal of your mind.
That's right.
It's dead on.
Amen.
I just it blows me away because even on Stranger Things, and I know we're getting on time, but even in Stranger Things, one of the scenes that really stuck out to me the most was the fact that they took pregnant moms, put them in there, and they took the babies immediately
That's
when they
terrible.
were born, and separated from the moms.
I know you
insane.
haven't seen it, so I'll explain. Elle's mom, her whole family thought that she was crazy because she went in for testing for just LSD, and then she was pregnant, and then everyone told her that she miscarried and lost the baby.
But she
when
knew.
actually she knew that she had the baby.
So they took the baby.
Yeah, they took the baby
That's
and
why
never
she
told
had
her.
And that was the experience.
Oh, it's
But
not
the
even
problem,
over yet.
The
Gosh.
problem was that all the experiments they did to her made her go insane, and then losing her baby really made her go insane. So she could barely even
She
talk
became a
anymore.
vegetable. pretty
All
much.
she could say were 4 different words that
Also,
made
they
no
electrocuted
sense.
her a million times,
all
which
the
is
time.
another reason why she.
Yeah.
They kept doing it because they said she was crazy.
So 11
they shut
then
up.
grew up
in the facility.
She
In
grew up
the
in
lab.
the facility.
Yeah, so that
with
was
she
Papa.
So
was
that's why
number.
Papa was Papa.
Her dad.
Yeah, and she
Oh
was
my
number
gosh.
11, so there were a lot of other kids with her that
Yeah.
grew up the same way.
But she was the most powerful one, except for one.
And you know what's sad? That's based on real stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's based on real stuff.
And there wasn't 11 kids. There was a ton of because if you actually go and study some of this more, you realize that kids went missing off the streets all the time.
Oh,
there was
Yeah,
homeless
brother,
kids.
they
There
still
was-
do.
Oh, I
They
know.
still do.
There's 42,000 kids a year that go missing,
That go
and we
missing.
just don't hear about it.
What are they doing now?
I know.
That's gonna be your catchphrase.
That's what I'm
doing now.
gonna get that T-shirt on.
What are they doing now? It's gonna be Mackenzie's face.
No, she's gonna do the
And then I'm under that. I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
Well, y'all, it has been fun doing this crossover episode
Yes,
with y'all.
indeed.
I hope it hits y'all's popcorn parody a little bit, and then it hits our conspiracy stuff a little bit. So,
Parables.
same thing, just a little bit.
Popcorn parody.
Parable. Oh my God, did I
We
say
are not,
parody?
we are not making fun of anything.
I didn't mean to say parody.
Trust me, we're not making fun. We're just making it hard
Oh,
on
I
us.
know. Y'all's first one went deep.
Yeah.
I will say this too: if you guys have not seen it, please go back and watch their first one. It is phenomenal. It will really shock you if you're not ready for it.
Side note: when we talk when we talk about the biggest genocide, we were not counting famine. Okay,
Yeah.
Not counting
put
family.
that in your mind.
Yes.
Everyone
Everybody
online,
obviously knows.
everyone online is like, "Oh my God, that's not the biggest genocide." Okay, we weren't counting famine. Mao did not mean to kill that many
that
people,
was an
guys.
accident.
That was an accident. He was a really bad leader. He didn't mean to. Anyway,
He was a terrible player.
he was really bad.
He was like, "Oops,
It was
my bad."
completely on accident.
My whole
Anyway.
population just died.
Yeah.
Anyway, but no, it's been fun having y'all on. So glad we get to do it, and I look forward to the next time we get to do it. So I just want to really put this out there. I'm not sitting in a beanbag, so y'all just have fun
Me
with that.
either.
Y'all tell me.
Sick of the beanbags.
Oh my gosh. Y'all tell me if we should talk about Superman and Batman, because I'll put him in a beanbag if we need to.
All right.
I can talk about some Superman, Batman stuff. But anyway, just definitely miss Pastor Josh tonight and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And do want to say, if you got any comments, please hit them down there below us. We like talking. We like listening.
It
all
looks
that
like he
good
has a
stuff.
broke nose from this angle. Oh my god.
He's still here.
He is.
He's
He's
here
still
in
here.
the park.
He's still here.
It's okay. The lizard people will bring him back.
The lizard people will eventually bring him back.
For the time being, it's been 3 Not So Wise Men
Yep.
and
The Holy Queso
Queso
Girls.
All right.